Miles Davis ready for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a peek at some of the big players in today's game, and you're a big player in today's game as well. Let's get the party started. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. They'll put two receivers left, two to the right. On first down, it's Newton. Being chased out left. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be a Carolina first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A first carry now for Ricky Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Steps away to his left. And some room to roam now. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Now a play fake here on first down. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Bortles was accident-prone last year, led the league with 18 picks and an early pick here.
And you know he spent a lot of time in the offseason working on this, thinking about it. It's not that he's not going to throw any. They just hope that that number gets cut down significantly.
To throw, it's Bortles. And his first pass is incomplete. C.J. Prosise was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't get that done on that play.
Throwing is Bortles. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bortles. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And it's up and good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. Now this offense ready to take over again. Former Notre Damer, this is C.J. Prosise. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Just 2 yards to go here on 2nd down for the offense. Again, they run. Again, it's Prosise. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
They go play action here on 1st down. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And they're going to go soft on the corners.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Play action. Now it's Bortles. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. 3rd and 4. Now a play fake. Bortles. Complete. He finds Brate. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone...
And it's caught. Touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Throw left side, completion to Rice. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Off play action. Newton. Backing up. He's going to fire one. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's taken down deep in their territory. A big play there for Carolina. 52 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact.
Tries for Rice, intercepted. Picked off here by the former 1st rounder, Justin Gilbert. And here now the offense heading back out there. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
to Procise. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. On play action, now Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Yeah, Sanders now to return. Oh, little 360. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Back to throw, Newton. Out left side here to Bryant. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Third and long, it's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The drive starts with C.J. Procise. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Procise. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now it's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket? Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have?
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing is Bortles. And his throw here is incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And now it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Underneath here to Hill. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Sanders. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran still has his place in this league. His odometer is not totally turned over yet.
Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he's going to be out of bounds down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That play almost seemed like a baseball play. See ball, hit ball. But in this case, see guy with ball, tackle guy with ball.
On second down, here's Newton. Throw left side, completion to Rice. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
It's a nice pick, but 12 yards gives them a first and goal.
That run was with a lot of people explosive, gave them good solid edge. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a two-team set. Always interested to want to do a two-tight end. Sometimes they line another set, sometimes side to line to balance things out. No matter on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, he was able to run successfully.
It's a loss of yard there.
It's been shot every corner. Some of them and make play a big the offense after that nice tackle.
So a nice tackle, but not much.
Well, he did a nice job keeping for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And with the play clock down, we're going to over on there. Now the Panther.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
Come out here. Sneak. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Take it in. And the Panthers taking the lead. To sneak it in and craze up front.
Oh, without it, they have the leverage on this. We always talk about low man won battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line lower than the defensive front.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Back now at Lambeau, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Bortles now to throw. Sanders has it over the middle. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down now after the pass completion. And this hasn't been the typical game, no doubt, for Emmanuel Sanders. They've really limited him.
He's one of those players that provides a real spark when he gets going. And when he does it, it's felt by the rest of the team, and they're feeling it in this one because right now they're trailing. Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now a play fake. Bortles. And he dropped it. Now it was tipped. Altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it. And now 4th down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Left side here to Sanders. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Panthers are going to...